शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिः ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्. Dear devotees and friends, today, this Sunday discourse, we have the discussion on three great questions to ask to Sri Krishna. Three questions to Krishna. In our last class on this Bhagavata on 29th December 2019, we explained the verse 10th of the 10th book and the 10th chapter of the verse 10, chapter 10, book 11. Lord Sri Krishna very clearly explained to Uddhava that our bodies have been created by his Maya, his power. Now why we are discussing this? Because this is very important. Because of this body, we are bound to this samsara. Our samsara, our body is the samsara. So that is the reason in that the 10th verse of the 10th chapter, we are now studying the 11th chapter, this was discussed. The Krishna in the Bhagavata, he said, as the book 11, Skandha 11, 10th chapter and 10th verse, Yo aso gunai virachito dehe deho ayam purushasya hi samsara stannibadha ayam pumsho vidyas chidatmanaha. Chidatmanaha. This body is created by Maya. Yo aso gunai virachito. Gunai means Maya. Why the Maya or the Gunai? Because Maya is the having three qualities and two powers. What are the three qualities? That is Sattva, Raja and Tama. Guna. Sanskrit it says Guna. These are three qualities. And again the Maya is having two power. What are those two power? Avarana, concealing, and Vikshepa, removing. So Avarana, Vikshepa, these are the two power and three qualities, Sattva, Raja, Tama. With these the whole creation, this is the power of God, the divine power of God, and this is known as Maya. Yo asau gunai. The gunai means this through the Maya. Virachita deho ayam. This body, purushasyahi, samsarastannibadha ayam pumso vidyas chidatmanaha. And this is the samsara and also the cause of bondage in samsara. Only self-knowledge can cut this bondage. Vidya. Vidya means the knowledge. What is this knowledge? Self-knowledge. So this is, then the second verse, the verse 11, it says, Tasmat jiggasaya atmanam atmastham kevalam param sangyamya niraset tad vastu buddhim yatakramam. Now the God himself has created this universe. Out of what? Out of his Maya. Out of his power. And this power, though it belongs to God, the God is completely separated from this power. This is a unique way that it has been explained. The Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna gave a wonderful example to make this point clear. The snake is biting and the poison of the snake is killing the people. Now, snake is having that poison within its body, but the poison is not affecting the snake. Similarly, the God is having the power of Maya, which is that Maya is a delusion, and the Maya, which is Sattva, Gana, Raja and Tama, these three gunas, but the God is not affected by this. So this is one point we should remember. And then how this body was created with these three guna and the power of Maya. That this body is the cause of bondage. Bondage means we are associated with the creation. That is bondage. The moment we are not associated, attracted, we are not bound by this creation. Again and again, we stress on this particular point because those who are trying to develop the spiritual life, what is the spiritual life? The going beyond the bondage of Maya. And this Maya has created this whole universe. Within the universe, I am also belonging. And I means this particular body, this moment, which I am having. So this body, and after the death, am I free? No. Because the mind is also there. The mind is also certain, but again, the made of the Maya. And this mind is carrying all the impressions, desires, all the thoughts. Obviously, till it is fulfilled, stop. Then again, after this body gone, when I am dead, then the mind will carry me again in another body, suitable to fulfill all my desires, hidden desires. That this is called samskara. These samskaras, so they take us. The other day one lady called me and this was the point we were discussing. And I wanted to tell her that samskara. What is this samskara? Impression. How do you understand this impression? If you look at children, they are born in the same family, growing in the same atmosphere, same schooling, but two different character. When they grow, say 16, 17, they become mature, immediately their samskaras start manifesting. And they become completely different. Two brothers of the same parentage, the same growing up, but two different personalities. Why? Because of this hidden samskara. One is so good, so kind, so helpful, another is just opposite. The parent has given the same education, same training, same samskara, but the hidden samskara, and that proves that where from the hidden samskara came? From the past birth. So that also proved that reincarnation theory. So this body, when the Krishna is telling, Bhagavata is telling, yo asau gunai virachito, which is made of my Maya, this is the Purusha Shahi. Purusha, that's the Supreme God, the God's Maya, and that is the samsara stad bandha. Samsara bandha, that is attached to the samsara, the creation. And what is this creation? It is Srishti and Laya. The creation means nothing but the circle of birth and death. In between, sometime, the trees, maybe some trees, they are surviving for 200, 300 years or more than that. Human being, apparently it is 100 years. There are some insects. They will born in the morning and die in the evening. Their lifespan is that much and they are very happy into that. I don't know happy or not, but so they are there. So this is the whole universe is constantly changing. This whole universe is constantly creating and destroying, and this is called the Maya. Even then, understanding these, seeing these again and again, every moment, we are bound by this. We are attracted by all this. We cannot give it up. So this is what is called samsara. How to go beyond this? The God is telling you have to the self-knowledge that can only cut this bondage. Self-knowledge. We will come to that. What is that self, and whether the self is bound or not. This self-knowledge, the self is there as if in the body, inside the body. Then if we go to the Upanishad says, the God has created this universe, but it is inert. What I am going to do with this inert thing? You know, when the children, they get a wooden doll, it is not having any life, but they are happy. They start thinking that the doll is having the life, doll is hungry, doll wants to sleep. So they are very happy, imposing all their imagination on that doll, and they are playing with the doll, we say. And they are very happy with that. Now the grown-up people, and we respect them very much, they are scientists, they are also creating dolls, but we call it robo. And it is having the intellectual parts into it. So it will go, receive your order, supply the food. Now some like this it is happening in different places. This is also a doll, but having something special, and that has separated it from the wooden doll that the small little child is playing with. And the same way, look at us. Our body and mind is made of inert thing, jada bastu. But still we are talking, we are moving like the robot. There's something there within us. What is that? Consciousness. And this consciousness, we call it soul. And this soul is nothing but the reflection of the Supreme Self. We have the self, we have the consciousness, but this consciousness is only the reflection. And even with this reflection, if we can do so much, think that if we can have the original, real, the consciousness within us, how much we can do. So this, what the God said, you can go beyond the bondage of this Maya. The children are crying when they lost their dolls. But the grown-up, why? They know we can go and purchase one another. So how it is? Knowledge. When we know that this is temporary and we are not actually bound to this, we can have another one, or if we don't have, there is no matter. This is not so important for us. The same way, the slowly knowledge goes on and on. A sannyasi will think the samsara is nothing, name, fame, all these properties is nothing for me. And he is very happy. Not that he is crying every day. He is very happy. And when he is very happy, why? Knowledge again. Child is crying because of its ignorance. And the grown-up is crying because of its ignorance. But a monk is smiling, happy because of knowledge. And now think of those people who are completely liberated. So this is the point. Tasmat jiggasaya atmanam atmastam kevalam param sangyamya nirased tad vastu buddhim yatakramam. Now the instruction that has been given, therefore, tasmat. Why this tasmat? Why they are telling therefore? Understanding the temporariness of the world, temporariness of this creation. If you have not understood it, no, this is not for you. Those who have understood it, this is for them. So this is the way we have to continue. Why we are reading the Bhagavata? The Bhagavata is giving us the complete sense of knowledge. What is this knowledge? 2. This body is inert. So we should not be too much attached to this body. At the same time, we have a consciousness which is maintaining this body and this whole world. And we should try to understand that consciousness. How? Jiggasaya. You have to discriminate. Tasmat jiggasaya atmanam atmastam kevalam param. Through discrimination, realize the Supreme Self and unify the soul with it. You have to unify the soul. That is why this meditation. And what do we do in meditation? And also the ritualistic, this puja that we do, there also the pujari transforming himself as God and then be united with God. And then he said, God, I like to worship you. And if I am united with you, how can I worship you? So please go and sit on this place and take this particular form. Sometimes Ramchandra, sometimes Hanuman, sometimes Krishna, sometimes Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Saradamani. So different form we imagine, we think, we like to see, we like to worship. But after that, we again take back that particular soul, my God, within myself. So Atmanam, that self, has to be known through the self. The self, the bigger self, and the lower self is me, the Jivatma and Paramatma. The Jivatma should try to go and mix with the Paramatma. And slowly, yatha kramam. And this should be slowly we have to, in one go, today I have decided to merge with the Paramatman. No, that cannot be. You have to slowly develop. How? You have to go to, that's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, you must have the holy company first. The holy company, that means the person who has already realized God is a holy person. Only one who has read a lot of books and very intellectual and can put things in a wonderful language, no. He cannot guide you in spiritual development. He may be helpful in understanding the philosophy, but guidance is completely different thing. Spiritual progress is completely different thing. It is completely transformation of your lower self to higher self. It's not wrong to write. It's the lower self and to higher self. So therefore you should go. That Sri Ramakrishna said, first step, you should go to a holy company. And what is the holy company? Just now we are having the holy company. The conversation between Uddhava and Sri Krishna. What more? That is holy company, and there we are understanding, listening, then pondering, discriminating, and slowly we are becoming matured to understand this world is nothing but temporary. In the beginning, in America, many of the people whom I met, they said, when we came, Swamiji, we used to live in a small one-bedroom apartment. That's called studio apartment. And there, the cooking and everything in the same small place. Even to reduce the cost, we used to have another friend living with me so we could share. So that was starting. Then I got a good job, good salary. Then I purchased a nice house with 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms and this portico, then sunroom and all this. Then I get married, settled over there. And slowly children, they grew up. And then they also settled. Now we are 2 old people. It's a too big house for us. So we sell that house and go to one apartment. So how it is going on? So from small again to the small. Why? Understanding that this is very temporary. And necessary is there, because when you are married you need some big house. So we will come to that. One is the Vyavaharika Satya, and another is that spiritual truth, eternal truth. So these two will come. Here God said you have to understand the spirit, that is called the self, the Brahman, the Atman. Understand that, and then also understand that you are also the same. Why? There is nothing but the self. And then this body, this is nothing but the Maya. This is an illusion. This body is constantly changing. When I was a little boy of 5 years, I used to tell that I am. Now I am 65, again, and I am telling I am. To what? To this body. But the 5 years and 65, how much changes has come in the body, in the mind, in my thought. If I just stop and then think about it, wonder about it, it will be so easy. I don't need Shankaracharya to explain it to me. I don't need anyone to explain it to me. I myself can understand. Everything is changing, and whatever is changing is temporary. So I should not get too much attached to all this. But the problem is Maya. And what is this Maya? Delusion. And what they delude, they will constantly go on telling in your mind, hey, you are all right. What about your children? Okay, children are all right. What about your grandchildren? So go on accumulating wealth. And these people, they go on doing like that. They cannot detach themselves. Then ultimately, next life, again they come back, again they come back, again they come back. So this goes on and on. You may come in the form of a human. You may come in the form of an animal, or the bird or reptile. No one knows. According to the karma phala, according to the desire. So one should be very much careful about it. So this is called path of discrimination, is the path of knowledge. Knowledge that takes the individual soul beyond the realm of Maya. By doing righteous work, one may reach higher level like heaven, but that position is also, according to Bhagavan Krishna, is temporary. So this is another point to understand. Majority of the people, they talk about the heaven, behest, swarga. So this way they always expressing, and when they think, oh, and just for this thought, they do so heinous thing. They'll be killing people, thinking if I can kill the non-believers of my faith, I will go straight to the heaven. Think of it. So the way they are thinking, they are not at all, in no way religious. But still, that is also thought, that is also philosophy, that is also action, and all these things are going on. And that is called nescience, wrong knowledge, false knowledge, mithya jnana. And this is all Maya. So one should be very, very careful when he is thinking. Now, here the Lord, who is our Guru, he is telling, well, you have understood that this world is temporary. Now, where do you like to go? And to a permanent place. And for the permanent place, some people they have given, in the Bhagavad Gita also you will find, it says that in a charu bhaka, they will be speaking it so nicely. Oh, if you go to heaven, you will have this, you will have that, you'll be so happy. They'll go on talking like that. And then he says, Krishna says, Tavat modate swarge. Swarga is there. Heaven is there. A place of joy is there. But is a big but. Tavat, up to that, modate sarge, enjoying all your good works, yavat punyam samapyate. Punyam, all your righteous actions, that resulted good, and that will be exhausted, and again you have to come back. In the Upanishad also meant the same thing. In all the religious scriptures, Hindu religious scriptures, I don't know many other religious scriptures, but the Hindu religious scriptures, and particularly we Hindus all believe on the Upanishad, that is Veda, it says that in the Swarga, Nakasya prishtate sukrite anubhutve imam lokam hinataram bhavishanti. Nakasya means in the heaven. Nakasya prishtate, you are enjoying and all, expending all your good karma. Then you have to come back, come down to this. That means in this world, and maybe hinatara, maybe many other world. So that one should be careful. Even Brahma, the firstborn, who lives 2 paradhas. It's called, paradhas means 10 billion years of human life. 10 billion years. So he lives 2 paradhas. Can you imagine? The 10 and 10, 20 billion, 10,000 billion, 10,000 billion, 10,000 billion, 20,000 billion years. Still it is temporary. There's a beautiful story. The once the Narada was going to meet the Lord, the Vishnu. The 2 monks, they were meditating. So when they saw the Narada is going, they said, Narada, are you going to meet the Lord? Yes. Oh, good. Can you please help me? How? Can you ask when I am going to be liberated? I am also meditating and taking his holy name, practicing. I am sure that I am going to be liberated. Can you ask when? Narada told, okay. So both of them asked the same question. Narada went. After some time, when he is coming back, then the first person, he asked, what is my result? What he said? Then Narada said, God said that you will be liberated after 3 births. Another 3 births you have to take and practice austerity, then you will be liberated. Oh my God, he broke down. Again, another 3 long time. And the second person came and told, what is my result? What the God said about me? Then he showed to a tamarind tree and said, leaves are there in this tamarind tree. So many times you have to take birth, then you get liberation. And the man started dancing in great joy. Oh, that is the limit is there. It may be the millions of the tamarind leaves, but still the limited period. So I am going to be liberated. That's for sure. The God has said. Immediately the God appeared and said, you are liberated. So this is the story. In the story form it says, again and again have to come. The Brahma who got these human years. Still that is a temporary. The Supreme Being is the only eternal substance. Except it, everything are temporary. This is called discrimination, understanding the difference between real and unreal. The students of Sri Ramakrishna, those who are reading the biography of Sri Ramakrishna or his conversation, the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, they know that Sri Ramakrishna also every time given the stress on the bichara. What is this bichara? The real and the unreal, satya and mithya. The Sri Ramakrishna again and again he said, first you go to a holy person, listen to him, then go to a secluded place and then ponder over the teaching. Third, you should do the bichara, the discrimination, whether all these teachings I can utilize in my life. Is this the path that I should follow? So all this you should. And then finally, when you are sure that there is God and you decide that in prayer, The prayer is the ultimate. So when you start praying to the God, that means you have the faith in the existence of God. The real means eternal. Real means unchanging. And unreal, that is all created thing, the temporary. Now if we, mostly the people, very educated, the scientific knowledge is there, so what are the things are temporary? If we try to understand, then you will find that everything is temporary. Everything. Right from the sun down to that grass. And everything temporary. At a period may be sometimes long, sometimes the medium, sometimes very short, but it is temporary. Then what is that permanent? And when we summarize the teaching of the Bhagavatam, we find, now let us summarize this. God has created us with His divine power, Maya. Our bodies are the cause of samsara, this world. The me and mine. What is samsara? Samsara is nothing but me and mine. This is me and all these things are mine. Then now, the moment it was declared that the people should live at home to avoid the mixing and spreading the disease, what happened the first? All people ran to the shops and they started grabbing everything that was possible for them. Why? I should survive. Let all die. And maybe in the whole world everybody is dead. Only I am there. Can you leave? If I am only living in this world, I and my family, peeping out from the window, hey, is there anybody there? No, everybody is dead. All these millions and millions of people are dead. Only you are surviving. Can you survive? No. But still we are so much attached to the body, we never think about others. We go and try to grab. This is the ultimate. People are afraid. This is another thing. But everywhere you will find the people are trying to do this. Everywhere. Why? Because I am associated with this body, and this body associated with many other bodies. So my family, I and my family, that is all in this whole world. But we cannot survive by that way. We need the carpenter. We need all types of people. Those who are creating the food, they are producing food and giving this clothing, the medicine, the safety, each and everything are necessary. I am associated. But you will find I am only associated with me and mine conception, and that is called samsara. Samyak sarati yasya sa samsara. Constantly moving. Everybody is dying in different times, but still we think I am going to survive. Nothing is going to happen to me. So that is called Maya. Here we find that God has created us with this Maya, and our bodies are the cause of the samsara, and because of our bodies we are bound in this samsara. What is the samsara? Circle of birth and death, and then constant suffering. Then finally, the only way out is discrimination, the clear understanding of real and unreal, understanding between eternal and temporary, understanding Chaitanya and Jada. So this consciousness and inert, understanding this. So this is called discrimination. This is called vichara. And this, without the vichara, no one can make any progress in the spiritual life. Sometimes some people will say that we will only go for according to the Guru Bhakya. That is in the beginning. And the children, they don't understand what is education. So whatever the home text the teachers are giving, whatever they are teaching over there, and the parents also guiding them, so they don't have their own discrimination understanding. So whatever they are getting these guidances, they continue in that way. So that is all right. But when you grow up, then you understand which subject is important. Then you understand which subject I should study. I am weak. I should take the help of the teacher. So all that that students start thinking. So this is the way we grow. Now, in the spiritual life, when the Guru is telling that this is the Chaitanya and this is the Jada, the body and the association with the body are all Jada, and the Chaitanya is completely different, that is within your consciousness, through which you can walk, through which you can think, through which you can meditate, through which you can see. Each and everything is done with the help of that particular thing, and that is consciousness. After that we try to understand, oh, this consciousness again is only the reflection of the Supreme Consciousness. Then what is the Supreme Consciousness? Then step by step, first I understand me, then I go to the Supreme. If you have read the Viveka Chudamani, and you will find that Shankaracharya, the great philosopher, Adi Shankaracharya, in the beginning he is telling that this very, very rare to get the opportunity to have this human body, and also a proper guide, a guru, and also the desire to know the truth. Then what you should do, he is giving you the guidance, and then in one place he is telling about this body, describing the body so vividly. Why? Because we should understand that the body with which we are so much attached is made of bones, the blood, the flesh, and marrows, and all the nasty things. If you just open the body, the skin, then you yourself won't like your own body. So that is, and we are liking it so much. So this is the reality. So we must understand it. This is called vichara. And then to survive, we have to take the food, we have to take the medicine, we have to do the exercise, we have to do all those things which are essential for keeping the body and the mind in good shape. Now this with the vichara, we have to understand. But at the same time, the consciousness is the ultimate. That this is the way Sri Krishna gave the advice to his beloved friend and follower Uddhava. Now Uddhava is asking 3 questions. The very intelligent person, and he was a man of religion, is naturally, he never asked ordinary questions. And the questions he is asking so important for each and every one. Now Uddhava is asking the first question. Guneshu vartamanopi dehajeshu anapavritam gunairna baddhate dehi baddhateva katam bibho. Bibho means, O Lord. O Lord, you said the jivas are the creation of the Maya, the divine power of God. So long the jivas, the created beings, are endowed with qualities. What is Maya? 3 qualities. So long the jivas are endowed with 3 qualities, they are obviously bound by the qualities. Now this is a very, very important question. Who is going to be liberated? Me. Who am I? The jiva. So what is that jiva? It is the combination of 3 gunas, sattva, raja, tama, made out of the power of God, the Maya. Now since I am having these, how can I go beyond these 3 gunas? Only whole thing is nothing but 3 guna. How can I go beyond it? Again, how anupavrita, unattached self, can be bound? Katam baddhate. Now if the self is there within these, how that can be bound by? Now there is a car, and the owner of the car is driving. The car is there, like our body is the car, and the owner of the body, owner of the car is the self, the Chaitanya. The owner of the car can come out any time out of the car. He can stop the car, can come out, he can sell the car, he can leave the car and go away. It is his own. Similarly, the owner of this body, the self, can he do like that? This is the, again, how anapabrita. Anapabrita means unattached self. Guneshu vartamanopi deha jeshu. This deha, this body, it is created by the guna. Gunaina baddhate dehi baddhateva katham vibho. If this endowed with this quality, and they are obviously bound by the qualities, they cannot go beyond this. And what about the anupavrita? Anupavrita, that is the self, what will happen to it? How that can be bound? Let us once again understand the question. The body is nothing but the creation of Maya. Maya is composed of three gunas. So obviously, the product of the Maya, this body is also made of three gunas. Now how, remaining in the body, we can go beyond these three guna? This is, again, inside the body as being the inert, inside the body there is Chaitanya, the consciousness. And is that Chaitanya, which is consciousness, can be bound? Then who is bound actually? The body? Body cannot be bound or liberated, because it is made of inert thing, it will remain like that. So this beautifully is asking. Sri Krishna advised Uddhava to become free from the bondage of samsara through discrimination. To clarify this advice, Uddhava is asking, Lord, who is going to be liberated? Body or the soul? Who is going to be liberated? Body is made of three gunas. Hence, body cannot go beyond gunas. If it is the soul, it is always liberated. Guneshu baddhate dehi. The dehi on the what further liberation it can achieve. The soul is always liberated. Since the body is made of five elements, panchabhuta, it is jada. And naturally, it is insentient. Liberation cannot be applicable to it. Then who is going to be mukta? That is our soul. Soul is always mukta. So what is the no question of liberation? This is the first question. The very intelligent question. Second question, katham varteta viharet kaiva jnayita lakshmanaihi bhunjita uta visrijet asita yativa. Now it says in this way, one soul is bound and another soul is free. How can one can distinguish them? Now body is there. All bodies are almost the same, though we look different, but they're made of the same five elements. Shakti, Apa, Tej, Marut, Bhoma. Now even then, with this body, some people are liberated and some people are not. How to understand who is a liberated person and who is not? They both look same. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he used to go and meet different people. He was God himself. Sri Ramakrishna is God himself in that human form. But when he is going to meet the other people, like Keshav Chandra Sen, Vidyasagar and many other people, they are feeding him, fanning him, talking to him, and not only that, they are also paying, as is the tradition of the India. If a holy man is visiting your place, you are supposed to give his fare also. How he will come? He has hired a carriage and he has come. Where he will get the money? So you are supposed to give the money for paying the carriage rent. So this is the They used to give that. Now they are also human beings. Sri Ramakrishna also human being. How we will know who is free and who is bound? So this is the Katham Varteta Biharet. Do they have different ways of living, sitting, going, eating, performing other bodily function? So this is the question. The same question we find, almost the same question, we find in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, verse 54, the Arjuna is asking to Sri Krishna again, Sthita pragyasya ka bhasha, samadhistasya keshava, sthitodhi kim pravasheta, kimasita brajeta kim. What are the characteristics of the man of self-realization? How you will understand them? This is very, very important, because how you will know? How does a man of steady wisdom talk, sit, walk? Now, I should request you to read the biography of Sri Ramakrishna. And there the description of day-to-day description is there, how he used to live, how he used to talk, how he used to move. Each and every description you will find, and you will get the answer. The answer is complete in the biography of Sri Ramakrishna. We see the man of liberation, a god, but he is in the form of human being, living with us. But there is a lot of difference. Lot of difference. Whole night he will be meditating. And he will be eating sometime and sometime not. But whatever he used to eat with great joy. He will be talking to people only about God and nothing about anything else. And whenever he is going, wherever he is going, he is bringing joy to the people. So that is the way we can understand. Sthita pragyasya ka bhasha. Bhasha means, what is the definition? What is the characteristic? Now, to make this progress in spiritual life, a guide guru is a must. And to understand who can be a real guru, a good guru, this is also very, very necessary. How to know who can be a real guru? Shankara also is mentioning in his famous book Vivek Chudamani, as I was mentioning, is a very difficult, durlabham, to get the guidance of a qualified guru. A simple test we can take. The guru is one who is not having any selfish motive. The selfish motive is not at all there. If it is there, he cannot be a proper guru. And at the same time, a man of joy. All the time he is very positive. He is not at all negative anywhere. And then third, we can see his love is for each and every one. No discrimination. So this is how we can understand. We will come to that. We will discuss about that. Then the third question, and we will conclude. The Uddhava's third question to Lord Krishna is Nitya Baddho, Nitya Mukto, Eka Eveti Me Maha. Is the same soul eternally bound and eternally free? I am a bit confused, sir. Can you please tell me? How this can be? A soul is eternally bound and the same soul is eternally free? Addressing the Krishna as Achyuta. Achyuta means one who never deviate from his decision. Achyuta. So today I said that, oh no, I should rectify, it should be like this, not like that. He is confirmed, and that is why whatever he is telling, that is the truth. So Achyuta, one who is never deviate from the truth. Uddhava is asking, and he asking why he asked this question to him. And Uddhava is also explaining why I am asking this question to you. Because Prasna Vidambara, in the 11th book, the 10th chapter, 37 verse, this is the third question of the Uddhava, and it says that, O Lord, you are the Prasna Vidambara. You, the Krishna, is the highest, best among the knower. Hence you can give me the proper reply. Swami Vivekananda, in one time, he was 17 or 18 years old, and he used to practice austerity, he used to read philosophical books, he used to meditate. So desire to know God became so strong in his mind, he started searching, he used to started visiting different places and to meet the different religious gurus. And with one question, sir, he went to many people, the famous people. But when he went to Sri Ramakrishna straightway said, I have seen God more clearly than I see you now, and I can also help you to see God. So this is called the straight question. Why? Sri Ramakrishna knew it very clearly. He was confident because he was God himself. So to seeing God, he told, yes, I have seen. And again he added, more clearly than I see you now. When I am seeing you, the Naren, the young Vivekananda, I am looking at you with my eyes. You and me, there's a distance. There's a different lights are there. So there may be some mistake. But when I see God, I see the God within myself. So the more clearly. So there is no mistake in seeing God. But when we use our indriyas, our senses, our sense organs, there may be mistake. So Sri Ramakrishna clarifying that I saw God in my own heart and I saw it completely clear. I can teach you also. There is the process. Swamiji was satisfied. So this is Prasna Vidambara. Uddhava also asking Krishna that you are the best person to give the reply. Why? Uddhava knew Krishna. Uddhava lived with Krishna. Uddhava has realized that Krishna is the God, though in the human form. So this is why Etat me bruhi prasnam. Please reply to me these questions. Bruhi prasnam. So these are the three questions I am asking you. Please give me the reply to these. It is said that when you are asking a question, a disciple asking a question to the master, his teacher, the master is very happy. Why? Hearing his question, the master can understand how much he has developed. Because the question you are forming is very clear. That's why when Narendranath used to go and used to ask question to Sri Ramakrishna, other people, they used to say, why you are asking him? Whatever he has said, you must accept it. But Narendranath wanted to be more clear about it. Sri Ramakrishna appreciated his questions and he was very happy to reply to him. This is beautiful, all these anecdotes are there. So if you are reading the biography, you will find those. And at the same time, slowly, he is giving the shape to his disciple, and Narendra became the Vivekananda. In the 11th skanda, 11th book, 11th chapter, 11th adhyay, Bhagavan Sri Krishna wonderfully replied to these questions. And he began with this. Baddha mukta iti vyakhya gunate mena vastutaha gunasya mayamulatvat name moksha na bandhanam. We will discuss it afterwards in our next class, next Sunday, the answer of Sri Krishna. Baddha mukta iti vyakhya gunato mena vastutaha. Due to my, me means my, and Maya means the God, it's gunas, sattarajatama. One sees the soul as bound or free. Because of the gunas, because of the Maya, you are thinking that you are Baddha. On Saturday morning, we studied over here. Usually that class is taken in the Hindu temple, Lemont. Because of this present situation, I am giving the live stream. And there, in the Ashtabakra Samhita, we find the Ashtabakra is telling, after the realization, the Janaka is telling, I am not going to meditate, because on whom I will meditate? For meditation I need an object. I am that, I know that, I have realized that. So how can I meditate? It is not necessary for me. And when I am going to chant the name of Lord, and that is me, why shall I unnecessarily tell my name every time? That is also very funny. It's not necessary. And I am not going to worship also, because I am that. I cannot worship myself. So this is the highest Vedanta. But here is a toned down Vedanta Sri Krishna is giving to the Uddhava. And the Uddhava, in his reply, he said, you see a person is bound, and you see the person is liberated. It is the effect of my power, the Maya, because through that power the people are deluded. Since the gunas are the creation of the Maya, that is nescience, the false knowledge, gunasya maya mulatvat me. According to my opinion, na moksha na bandhanam, there is neither liberation nor bondage. So we will discuss it and in our next class. Thank you for attending, and be very careful. And as all these systems, they are constantly giving, indicating, we should follow those, because the coming 2 weeks, as I am reading in the newspaper and hearing in the news, are very, very crucial time for the human being all over the world. We should all be very careful as maximum as possible, and the best way is to dedicate our mind to God, the Supreme, to listen to His words, to meditate on Him, praying on Him, calming down our mind and giving up all our desires, because we do not know what will happen the next moment. So this is the great opportunity. If you notice, the great Gita was delivered in the death field. The groups, they were ready, eager to kill each other. And in between them, standing between them, the great Guru, Sri Krishna, and the excellent the student, disciple, Arjuna, they had this great dialogue, which is recorded in the Bhagavad Gita. So when we are facing the death, another, in the Bhagavata also, the whole story began with the king who was supposed to be dead within 7 days. And when he was waiting for the death, then the monks, they came, Shukadeva came, and they were talking about high spiritual values, not about death. That similarly, now the present situation, whole world is facing death everywhere, and the worst is in America. We pray for these souls who are suffering, and we pray for those souls who are helping them to get to be cured. We must pray for them to the God, and we must pray to God, give me the knowledge, give me the true light, because this temporary world is enough for me. Please come and hold my hand and take to the path of knowledge. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat.